Do you want to double your current business? Are you looking for consistent monthly income, maybe tired of the ups and downs of the business? So maybe you're looking to enjoy real work-life balance. Hey, my name's Kyle Krch, and I'm CEO of SPARQ. I have personally sold over $1 billion in real estate, founded, scaled, and then sold a multi-state brokerage that sold billions and billions more. By joining our accountability group, you can unlock your potential while taking your career to the next level. So hold yourself and others accountable while growing your business that will get you off the transaction treadmill. So did you know the number one reason agents underperform is simply not spending enough time on revenue generating activities? So most agents get caught up in the whirlwind of real estate doing important, busy work, not laser focused on revenue generating activities. So now let's say this jar represents your day. What you fill up your day with matters. Are you filling it up with red time activities? The things that are important and have to get done, but don't directly generate revenue for you? Or are you prioritizing and filling up your day with green time activities, right? These are the activities that actually bring in revenue. So doing power hours, dialing for dollars, open homes, showing homes, listing presentations, giving seminars or online classes, right? So most agents approach their day by being completely reactive. They don't have a plan. They come in the morning and check their emails and respond to each email and voicemail as soon as it comes in. Most of these messages are connected to administrative work, not revenue generating activities. So they start their day each day with red time. Then let's say they start to track down a missing lead-based paint addendum, right? Paperwork, it's important, but more red time. Now it's about 10 a.m. and they move on to creating a new social media post about their upcoming open home. Content creation. After an hour, they post their open home content, doom scroll for a half an hour, and respond to a few DMs. Social media management. Now, it's around noon. They're getting hungry, so they head home for a quick lunch break. Lunch by yourself. And after lunch, they attend a home inspection. Important, of course, yes, but it's still red time. Inspections. It's 1 p.m. and they head over to their scheduled listing presentation, listing homes. Finally, some green time in their day. They head back, of course, to the office to get their new listing in the MLS input and updates. And as they're finishing up their day, they get a call from a potential buyer that just saw a new listing, so they head out the door to show homes. Showing homes. All right, so now this day was certainly busy, but they sure did not spend much time on green time activities. They didn't make a single call to their database, no follow-up calls to their nurturing clients, didn't host any open homes or set up any meetings with referral partners. Now, this is a very common day for an agent, but is also the reason most agents struggle so much with inconsistent income. They will go for an entire month without a single closing, but then the next month they bring in $15,000, then zero for the next 2 months, then $20,000 the month after. Their entire career is just full of inconsistent income, and they never really experience any sustained growth. They just don't focus enough time on green time activities. So this jar represents a typical day for an agent who makes about $60,000 per year. But instead, what if we prioritize and schedule the green time activities with time blocking? So we start our morning, every morning, with, let's say, power hours, SY check-ins and sales calls, SY sell calls. Now, we then host an open home or give a live seminar online. Open homes and seminars. We then leverage daily listing and showing appointment time blocks. And then we consistently meet with referral partners like attorneys, movie companies, and HR managers. Referral partners. We then, and only then, complete our red time around these prioritized and scheduled green time activities. Let's take a look what that looks like. Again, all the same red time. Now, this jar represents a typical day for an agent who makes about $200,000 or more while working the same amount of hours as an agent who only makes $60,000 per year. So the difference? It's simply prioritizing and focusing on green time activities. Now, this is working smarter and not harder. So when you join our accountability group, you're committing to yourself and your fellow agents that you'll focus and prioritize green time activities. Now, the main tool we use to track this is your greatness tracker. So if a silver bullet in real estate existed, this would be it. This is the exact same tracker that took my personal business from about $60,000 per year to over $500,000 per year. We track 7 key elements: face-to-face appointments, break breads, great phone calls and texts, seminars attended or given, thank you cards, leads generated, and deals closed. So now, let's take a look at the face-to-faces first. So the goal here is to have 15 face-to-face appointments or more each week with people who can generate revenue for you. For example, showing appointments, listing presentations, referral partner meetings, and agents you may be trying to recruit would all count here. Right? So once you meet with them, simply write their name in the block. Now, break breads. You're going to want to break bread with 5 or more people who can help you generate revenue. And yes, meeting for coffee at your local coffee house counts as well. So when you break bread with someone, it can create a much deeper relationship than simply meeting with them on Zoom. So some common examples of these meetings would be meeting with an agent to discuss brokerage opportunities, hosting weekly client happy hours, or meeting a client for coffee while discussing maybe their mortgage options. Great phone calls and texts. So the goal here is to have 60 conversations about your business with potential and current clients. Now, don't count every phone call or text to clients as a great phone call, right? Only count the calls and texts where you provide value and ask for the business or referral. So seminars given or attended. Now, you'll want to give or attend 1 seminar or class per week. And attending our weekly accountability and learning labs do count. However, it is more important to give a weekly seminar or online class. Because if you do this consistently, you're going to set yourself apart as a subject matter expert and really ramp up your business. Now, this is going to take time, but it is definitely worth the time investment. Now, thank you cards. You must write 10 handwritten thank you cards each week. You can write these cards to your clients you meet with face-to-face or anyone you've had a positive interaction with over the last week. So writing handwritten cards is the easiest way to cut through all of the noise and make a positive impression on your new and existing clients. Leads. So now the goal here is to generate 10 actionable leads weekly. Now, be strict with what you call a lead. And I love using the motivation and timing filters to determine if it's an actionable lead. So why are they buying or selling? Is it a life event? Job transfer, divorce, maybe upsizing? Now, do they need to make the move in the next 3 months or less? If the answer is yes to both, count this as a lead. Now, if they are just starting to look or just curious about their home's value, make sure to follow up with them and include them in your nurture follow-up programs, but do not count them as an actionable lead yet. Now, deals. The goal here is to have 1 or more closings per week. Now, if you can accomplish this, you're going to be well underway to a mid 6-figure consistent income. So when you have a closing, enter the address into the box. So now, each week, print off a new greatness tracker and staple them together. As the months pass, you're going to be amazed on how your trackers improve over time. The only way you will do this consistently, week in and week out, is if you allow yourself to be held accountable and agree to hold others accountable as well. Now, this is exactly what our weekly accountability meetings and learning labs will do for you. So, if you're truly interested in increasing your revenue while building an amazing self-sustaining business with passive income potential, you owe it to yourself to take the accountability challenge. You'll be glad you did.